Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you my March TBR.
Saw your silhouette in the backlight. Swear we could have met in a past life. Treating every night like the last time. So I end all my days with you. Yeah, we should share a backseat in a taxi to get home. No need for either of us at this point to sleep alone. 'Cause I don't like ending my days with you. You can waste my time if that's what you wanna do. Oh, I don't mind if all that you say is not true. No, I don't mind. I just wanna end all my days with you. If I'm being honest, baby, I don't really care what this is. 'Cause I've been feeling all this lately. Kinda wishing that a heart just didn't exist. I've been picking up the pieces of the things that you do. I'm always second guessing what could be your next move. Yeah, I'm just trying to see it from your point of view. Never told you that I need you 'cause I thought that you knew that I don't mind ending my days with you. You can waste my time if that's what you wanna do. Oh, I don't mind if all that you say is not true. Oh, I don't mind. I just wanna end all my days with you. End all my days with you. Saw your silhouette in the backlight. Swear we could have met in a past life. Treating every night like the last time. Till I end all my days with you. Oh, I don't mind if all that you say is not true. No, I don't mind. I just wanna end all my days with you.
So far in January, I only managed to read one book. I was extremely busy. In February, I got that up to 3 books. I think it's very unrealistic for me to aim at like 8, 10 books, but I have today 19 books on my TBR. I know it's a lot. They are books I'm in the middle of that I've started before, that I've been putting on my TBRs for a while, and I just want to get through them. But I am going to be prioritizing 10 of those and making the most out of those ones. I am in my spring break, so hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to read and that I'll manage a little bit more my reading. But I think I'm more on the roll with work and my business and stuff, so I should be able to manage a bit more of my reading and books. So we'll see how that goes. So as you know, I always participate in the Buzzword Readathon hosted by Kayla from Books and Lala. Every month you have a prompt to read a book with that word in the title. And for the month of February, which I didn't get to last month, it was to read a book with a water-related word in the title. So I'm rolling over that book into March, and that one was Goddess of the River by Vaishnavi Patel. I loved Kaikeyi by this author a lot, and it was one of my favorites of last year. So I'm really excited to get to this one. It's probably the next one I'm going to be picking up once I'm done with the physical books that I'm currently reading. But yes, I don't know much about it except that it's another retelling of a tale. I don't know which one. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited and I'm really trusting this author. So the prompt for March is to read a book with the word thing in the title. And for that one, I had a hard time to decide. And I decided to go with Just One Damn Thing After the Other by Jodi Taylor. This is the first book of the Chronicles of St. Mary's, I think. I actually got to start reading, I didn't finish it, but I started reading one of the books for a buzzword of another year. I think it was 2 years ago, which the prompt was to read a book with time in the title. And it's a spin-off of this series. And I really enjoyed the writing. I just didn't get to finish it because I had a lot going on and I didn't prioritize that book. And I do want to get to it eventually. So seeing that this was book number 1 of the series and that I did enjoy her writing, I just wanted to give it a shot. It was also in the lower price range on Kobo, so I decided to get to it. And I don't know much about it because in Hard Time, it was a time police series. There's time traveling involved, and I don't know this one, what it's actually about and if there's actual time travel in it. But I'm just glad to get into it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it. I don't think it's going to be a 5 or 6 stars, but it was the part that I did get to read was fun. So let's see what it has in stores for us. But yes, I know it's going to be another series that I start, but yeah, it's fine. Next, I also participate in the Year in Elja Readathon, which has a prompt every month. And it is related to the Aurelium Readathon hosted by G from BookRoast. And these monthly prompts, you have a map from the Elja world, and you just follow the map with the prompts that you read, and you have to read them in order because you cannot read another prompt if it's not following it on the map, if that makes sense. Unfortunately, I didn't finish the book from February, which was to read a book from the top shelf. I do not have unread books on my shelves. I only have read books, and I didn't feel like rereading a book. So I decided to go with my top shelf of the TBR card. And for that one, I chose Shadow and Bone, which I'm 2/3 through at this day. And I'm really excited about it because I have started a dedicated vlog for the full Grishaverse books. And I'm also going to be watching this series on Netflix once I'm done with books. So I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a very fun vlog. And once I'm done with Shadow and Bone, I'm going to move on to the next prompt, which is technically for March. And for that one, the prompt is to read a book with a drink on the cover. I, again, had a hard time trying to find a book with a drink on the cover. And I decided to go with That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. I don't have high hopes for this one because I'm not typically a romance reader, but it is fantasy. And I feel like it's got some cozy vibes to it. And I've also heard good things about it. So I'm going into it with an open mind. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. I don't know. Again, I'm getting this one on my e-reader because it was also on the lower price range, which I'm happy with, especially these days because I do have a lot of fabric to buy. So like financially, it is a little bit tighter. But yeah, I'm excited to it. I am going into it with not much expectations, and I'm just going to go with the flow with it, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. Next, I also have a wrapped TBR. So every book that I own that I buy, I wrap them up, except if they are sequels. but I do wrap them up, and my son chooses a wrapped book every month that I get to read that month. I unfortunately didn't finish the wrapped book from February, which was a map for wrecked girls. I've had this book for a very long time. That's the main goal of this wrapped up books things, because I tend to just pick newer books, and the older books that I've had on my TBR for so long, I don't pick them up. So my son chooses which one I get to read, and I'm just happy with that. I am feeling very midway with this book. It was popular back then in the day, and I got it for a very cheap price a long time ago. So yeah, it's midway. It's okay. I'm just happy that I am finally getting to it and getting to read it and get it off my TBR card. And here is the wrapped book for March. I have not looked at it yet, and I am going to open it right now. I've been trying to keep the paper unscathed because I wanted to reuse the paper, but I don't know how I'm actually going to be able to do that for so long. And we've got, oh, okay, I forgot. I didn't think this was going to be the book. I'm happy though, really happy. Okay, so this is Ma vie de jujube dorée by Elisabeth Barry-Lessard. She is a French-Canadian author, so it is obviously in French. And she has this YA series about a young dancer that had to drop off because of her anxiety. And it's very low stake. And I feel it's more like in the lower part of YA than the higher part. But it's so good. And I know the author. I went to university with her in my first undergrad studies, and she's brilliant and she writes really, really well, and her books read so quickly and so well. So this is book number 3. I've already read the first 2 books of hers, and this one I actually got to get signed. So the first one is Ma vie de gâteau sec, and she signed this one for me at the BookCon of last year. So this year is next month. So I'm excited to get more books from hers. I think her series has like 7 or 8 books in it, something like that. So this is book number 3. I'm excited to get to it. And this one, I'll be able to get through it in one setting. I'm not too worried about it. This is going to be an easy read. I'm happy with it and I'm excited. So yeah. Next, I'm also going through all of the Elderling Realm books from Robin Hobb. In February, I was supposed to read Mad Ship. So I've read the Farseer trilogy in 2024. And in January, I finished A Ship of Magic. I was supposed to read Mad Ship in February. Obviously, I didn't get through it. I'm not even 100 pages through. I'm 44 pages through. It's fine. I know that once I get into it, I just can't stop. I love reading it. And like the chapters are very long and the margins very small. So it doesn't read so fast, but I love reading it so much. And it's easy for me to pick up that book once I'm in that mood. So I should be able to read through most of it this month. That's what I'm hoping for. And it would be even best if I finish it this month. But yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up too much, but we shall see. Because technically I should be at Ship of Destiny this month. I don't think I'm going to get to it, but it's there. Next, we have rollovers from the months before that I've either started or have been putting on my TBR for a couple of months now. And I just want to get to and move on to other things. The first one is The Diviners by Liba Bray. This is a reread because I'm doing a dedicated vlog for the full series. I only read book number 1, but I started this dedicated vlog and I have not picked it up since I think December. So I really need to get to it. It is one of the 10 books that I'm prioritizing this month. Hopefully I can get to it in update that vlog because I need to move on and get things going. But yeah, next is A Brief History of Seven Killings by Marlon James. I've been reading this one for so long and I'm not very far into it, but I just want to make a dent into it and make some progress into it. It is very hard and tough and violent and gratuitous to read, which is why I cannot like binge read it, but I really need to make it a habit to pick it up here and there, so I can make some progress in it and finally move on further into the story and like further than when I've stopped the first time around, just so I can keep that going and finally finish it because I need to get through this finally. But yeah, the next one is The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. And this is book number 2 of The Lord of the Rings. I've been reading this one for a long time. I was supposed to finish the full trilogy last year in 2024. Didn't get to finish it. I, again, just want to make some dents into it. I really want to finish this trilogy and get to also book number 3, which is Return of the King. I love this story and I love these books. It's my first time reading them, but I really love them so far, and it's very close to the movies, which I love so much. There's more to it, but I'm enjoying what's more and what I don't know about it. So yeah, again, I just want to make some dent into this so that I can just move on and get to finish it eventually. The next book is The Daughter of the Pirate King, which I chose for a prompt of, is it a Buzzwordathon prompt, I think? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But it was for a prompt of something. I didn't end up getting to it, and I'm trying to prioritize it-ish kind of quickly because it is quite short. It is another series again, but I do want to get to it. Pirates, I love them. I've been reading a lot of piratey stuff lately, but I enjoy it a lot and I'm excited for it, and it's not too long, so I'm hoping I can get to it quickly-ish. Next, I have A Promised Land by Barack Obama. I'm not sure how much progress I'm going to make into this because if I'm looking at what's going on right now in the world, I don't want to talk politics. I'm trying to not get into that. And yeah, it is not easy for me to read this book because it's not that I don't enjoy what he does. It's just his writing is so intense into like the political stuff, and I just don't enjoy it that much. Some things I'm learning and that I find are very interesting, but other times it's very daunting to read. So it's meh for me because of the writing style, I guess. And it's just not necessarily my thing, political stuff. I really enjoyed Michelle Obama's book more than this one, but I don't think it's Obama's fault. I don't know. But like the actual context today is not helping me wanting to pick up that book. I'm halfway through. I do want to just finish it and get it over with, but honestly, I'm not really in the mood for it because it is quite depressing with how the world is going on right now. So I don't know. Next, we have Blood Like Magic, which was a book I chose for a prompt in 2024. I don't remember which one, but it was for a prompt. I don't know much about it except I've heard good reviews about it. So just hoping to get to it. And I'm always down for a fantasy read. So next we have You Should See Me in a Crown. And that one I've had on my TBR for a while. And I know it's contemporary and it has a lot of good reviews as well. And I know I'm going to be able to get through that one quite quickly because it is contemporary. It's easy to go through. I know that once I start this book, I'm going to get through it quite quickly. The next one is The Only Good Indians. And that one I also got for a prompt in 2024. Didn't get to it, unfortunately, so I'm rolling it over now in March. But this is going to be a different type of read. And one of the reasons why I'm rolling it over in March is because it's a different genre. And I love fantasy. I love it so much. But sometimes I need something else to just change setting for a bit and not be just stuck in this in these fantasy worlds all the time and I need a break. And this is the perfect opportunity for me to take a break from fantasy and stuff. So I love this authors. I have enjoyed this author before, so I'm excited to get to it. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next, we have Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, which is book number 2 of Shadow and Bone. I am hoping to get to that one by the end of the month because I do not want my dedicated vlog to last for a full year. I want to get through it quite quickly, and I do have 7 books in here to read. So I'm putting the next book on this TBR just to make sure that I get to it. And I have one last book to talk about, and it's a book for a book club I started in my mom group on Facebook, and it's from a French-Canadian author, and it is called Un baiser au goût de fin du monde, which could be translated by a kiss with an end of the world taste, if that makes sense, by Suzanne Roy. I borrowed this one from the library. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy it. It's a romance. I don't tend to love romance that much. I didn't necessarily want to buy it, but I have until March 22nd to read it, so I'm going to have to prioritize this one. And not only because the library loan expires on March 22nd, but also because it's the date of the live discussion with the book club. So I'm gonna have to get to it. I have no idea if this is gonna be reading fast or not, but we'll see. It is another series. There's one here, which means there's other books in the series. I don't know if I'm gonna continue it or not. It will really depend on if I enjoy this one or not, but we shall see. And those are all the books that I want to read. So my priority will be reading the books for the Buzzwordathon, the Year in Elja, and the Wrapped books. That makes 6 books that I'm trying to prioritize. And then I also need to prioritize my book club pick here, and then which makes 7. I'm also prioritizing the sequel to Shadow and Bone, which makes it 8. Prioritizing Mad Ship, and then the other one I want to get to is the Diviners. So those are the 10 I'm really focusing on. And if I do have time to read more, I'll get to the rest of the books. Those are the 10 that I'm really focusing on this month and trying my best to get through. So if you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them. What does your March TBR looks like? I would love to know. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.